you to think differently and shape your life according to our changing environment. For that, Professor Chanta and her team identify our first speaker. I think we all are very fortunate to have Professor N.A.D.S. Amarathunga as our first speaker for this event. I would like to welcome you, sir, on behalf of the Faculty of Dental Sciences. I would like to welcome you for this virtual forum. And I would like to welcome all other academic staff of the Faculty of Dental Science and non-academic staff of the Faculty of Dental Science, and more importantly, all the students who are joined with us today to this event. In advance, I would like to thank Professor Amarathunga accepting our invitation in very short notice for today's event. And I would like to thank especially Professor Chanta Jayawardena, Professor Chandra Herat, and Mr. Dhammika and other members of the organizing committee come up with this great idea. That shows that how concerned our staff members regarding the students. They are not only think about the academic matters related to the student, they go beyond that. I am very proud that we have that kind of staff with us. So at last, I would like to wish all the very best of the today's event and all success to future event under this team. Thank you very much. Chanta, over to you.
Thank you, sir, for your kind welcoming speech. Now I invite Professor Manjula Artikala, Head Department of OMF, to introduce the speaker today. Over to Professor Manjula.
Thank you, Shanta. And the Dean Faculty of Dental Sciences, and I consider it a privilege to introduce Emeritus Professor Nihan Asokadi Silva Amarathunga, who was a teacher of mine as well as past Dean of the Faculty of Dental Sciences. And still, he is a practicing consultant, oral and maxillofacial surgeon. He's a teacher of mine as well as all the dental surgeons currently practicing in Sri Lanka, who are alumni of Faculty of Dental Sciences, University of Peradeniya. He is such an amazing personality who has inspired all his students about the profession we are engaged in. Still, he is teaching our undergraduate and postgraduate dental students. He earned several degrees, BDS, PhD, and also Doctorate of Science. He is a fellow of Royal College of Surgeons of England. I believe he is the only person in the dental profession who obtained Doctor of Science, which is the highest degree offered from the University of Peradeniya. It is awarded for the distinguished contribution to the knowledge in this particular field. So he served as the head of the oral and maxillofacial surgery department for several years, and as the dean of the Faculty of Dental Sciences as well. So his academic and professional experience is almost spanning for 45 years. His clinical and research interest, if we look at, I would say he is the father of cleft lip and palate surgery in Sri Lanka. We have to appreciate, unlike in current days, with all difficulties about 3-4 decades back, the contributions he made to develop the field of oral and maxillofacial surgery. Also, he is a very good academician. He has published more than 40 research publications in peer-reviewed international and national journals with over 800 citations. In addition, he is a good writer and authored several novels and short story collections as well. Now, some of his publications are still landmark publications, especially in the fields of cleft lip and palate, as well as facial trauma. So he is married to a dental surgeon and blessed with 2 children and grandchildren. His daughter is a doctor and now attached to the Faculty of Medicine, and his son is an engineer in Australia. With that, I would like to invite Professor N.A.D.S. Amarathunga to do his inaugural lecture in this particular lecture series. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Manjula. Thank you, the organizing committee, for inviting me to do this inaugural lecture in this series, which I think is a very, very good idea, because our students will feel that they are not alone in this hour of peril, hour of need. They are not alone. We are with them. We are showing them that we are together in this battle. And this is a time that they might feel frustrated, a little bit disappointed. This is a little bit disheartened about this whole thing. That there are programs of study, the BDS program. There's a delay. Then they are delayed in life. But that should not be the attitude. They might think that this is the delay in their life in getting graduated, then getting married, then earning money. Generally, there's a delay in everything. They might think like that. They might feel like that. People who are planning to get married next year may not be able to get married next year. People who are thinking of starting a practice or work next year may not be able to do that. But we must think that the life is like that. Life is not a bed of roses. We cannot have it our way. The viruses can have their own way sometimes. Small virus can dictate to us. We have to accept that fact. We cannot be discouraged. We cannot be disheartened. We cannot be frustrated. We have to think positively in this hour of peril, great peril. The whole world is undergoing this pandemic. And the whole world is delayed. Not only us, not only you, not only the students, not only dental students, all students from kindergarten to university level, and everybody else is delayed in their lives. So we have to fight hard to overcome these problems. We have to think positively. How do we think positively in this setup? It is very easy to say you must think positively. But what are we going to do to think positively? But we have only one life. We have only one life. So this period where you are, your universities are closed, schools are closed, we must do some other work that we can do to fill every minute of our life. Every minute of our life is important for us. Not just the BDS, not just the practice, not just getting married. Every minute of our life is important for us. It must be filled up. Every minute must be filled up with some useful work. So during this period, it is an opportunity for you. It is an opportunity for you to do things that you have not been able to do while in the university. So, for instance, you could develop your habits, good hobbies. You could develop the reading habit, for instance. That's what I did when I was faced with this kind of problem. Read literature. Good literature helps you to see life properly, understand life properly, become a good human being. Literature, you must select what you read. The literature that you must read, not just any novel or any book or anything that you come across, but selected reading. During this period, you must do selected reading of selected material. And if you are thinking of literature, you must think of classics. And there had been 3 classic great literary periods in the world, global literature. And the oldest is the Greek period, where authors like Euripides, Sophocles, they had their literary work, and after the Greek period, it was the English literature that came up to the global level with Shakespeare, Dickens, writing very good novels, very good poetry. And then thereafter, the Russian literature, people like Tolstoy, Chekhov. So you must select those works and do a bit of reading during this time of the pandemic. And also this may be the time to develop the other skills, your talents, music, art, drawing. If you can do those, you do those also. Develop those. Then this is the time to deal with your weaknesses also. If you have any weaknesses, recognize those and improve those. For instance, we may be not so good in English. I mean, it is not a thing to be ashamed of, because it's a foreign language. We are not English. We are Sinhalese people. Sinhalese, Tamil, Muslim people. We are not English. So it's not. If you don't know Sinhalese or Tamil or Muslim languages, we may be ashamed of that. But if we don't know English, it's not a thing to be ashamed of. We must learn English, and it can be easily learned. So this is the time for you to learn English, write in English, read English, write English, converse in English, talk to people in English. Learn English during this time. Learn computer work. Without computers, nowadays you can't get on in life. So learn computer work. So, and also this is the time to look after your health also, improve your health. There's the COVID is challenging us, the virus. We have to improve our health, by good nutrition, doing exercise, and things like that. Then also this may be the time to help needy people. There may be people who need your help. You may have to help them in whatever way you want. Then this is the time to also find out your strengths. What are your strengths? What can you do very well? Do those things. Don't be disheartened, discouraged. Don't be disappointed, frustrated. Have positive every day when you get up in the morning. Think what I am going to do today. I am going to do these things today till 10 o'clock in the night, till I sleep. I break up my day into several periods where I do various useful work. And what are these useful work? During my undergraduate days, we had a closure of the university like this due to student violence. And we were at home. Those days we didn't have television, we didn't have hand phones, we didn't have computers. Like you all have these things now, so you can make use of those things. But we didn't have those. Now what I did was, When I get up in the morning, I will decide what I'm going to do that day. I will do some reading for about 2 hours. I will read books. But you might ask, how are we to get books? You can't get out, libraries are closed. But nowadays, you have the facility, you can download any book and read it in your smartphone or in your computer. And this is the time to do that kind of thing. So I would read about 2 hours. Then I will study for about 2 hours. Another 2 hours, I will study the BDS work, dentistry, then the undergraduate curriculum. Then I will do some exercise, play with friends, play some game, cricket or soccer or some game for about 1 hour, 2 hours. So I broke up the whole day into several periods like that and did useful work during that time. That is how I developed my skills of reading and writing also. I wrote novels later on because I had developed that talent during those periods when I had the time to do it. I did not just stay at home and just look at the ceiling and wait. I did those things. I helped in the family. I did some teaching in a school to earn some money. I did teaching in a small school during weekends to earn some money. Because you can't be bothering your parents all the time. So that is what I did during that time when there was a closure due to student violence in the campus. There was no viruses attacking us during that time to this extent, but there were viruses among students, and they started trouble in the universities, and we had to close down the universities. This happened when I was in the staff also. And staff, there was student riots and the whole country was locked down at that time. And that was some political movements. So during that time also we had these problems. We have to solve those problems by ourselves, thinking positively. Think that we have just one life. We cannot just waste it. There's no way that we can waste even 1 minute of our life. There are a lot of things that can be done. Actually, you have not enough time to do these things. We live for about, say, 80, 90 years, sometimes 70 years. There's not enough time to do the things that can be done. So many things to be done. And that is the life. It's not just studying and doing the BDS curriculum only. That is life. You have to think positively and do the things that have to be done in life. Whatever that you want to do in life, fill it up every minute of the day. And study for the BDS also. That is also important. I'm not saying that it's not important these days. It is very important. So study. And this is a time to study also. I mean, if you study, you might do much better in the exam than you would have done if there was no virus. So virus might be helping you to study also. Do some studies also. And develop your skills. Hand skills also can be developed. You can do painting, you can do carving. 1 hour doing those things would help you a lot. So this is the time to do this kind of attitude, to develop this kind of attitude that life is short. Life is very important. Every minute of your life is important. Do something useful every minute. And that is the attitude that I developed during that time. And that is the attitude that I have even now. When I get up in the morning, every minute till I sleep at 11 o'clock in the night, I am busy. I am busy doing something. I am either reading, writing, or doing some other useful work like that, playing chess with in the computer and developing my chess game, not to become a world champion, but to be useful, to develop your brain ability, and so on. So every minute of the day, fill it up with some useful work, not idle work, useful work, not useless work, not work that will cause damage to the world, to the people around, to the society, but something useful to you, to your family, to the society. Always do something during the 24 hours of the day that we have. We don't have much time actually. So don't think that this is a waste. It is not a waste. It is an opportunity given by a natural process that the viruses also want to live. They are also trying to live. They mutate and become more strong and attack us. It's a competition between viruses and us. So it's always like that. This is a special situation. So we have to adapt ourselves to this special situation. So that is how I manage those crises that happened in my life. That is, when the university was closed, I did those things and I developed my several skills I developed during that time. I improved my English. I improved my writing skills. I read a lot. And also, I became stronger in mind by doing these things. And you can also learn about other subjects. You can learn about your religion, for instance. You can read about history. History is very, very important. And without this, you can develop an interest in humanities. Humanities is like subjects like history, languages, religions, literature, those kind. And we have a faculty of humanities in some universities. So humanities actually make hello. Humanities make us complete human beings. Humanities make us humans. So you must develop an idea about humanities also, and develop an interest in humanities, not just dentistry and science and that kind of thing. You develop a wider interest. You read things that you have not read up to now, things that you don't know anything about. You develop a interest in those subjects and learn about those subjects also, because that will make a complete man or woman out of you. Then we face various challenges like this in life. Life is not without challenges. Always there will be challenges. Now, for me, there were several challenges that I had to overcome in my life. Apart from studies, schooling, younger days, undergraduate days, and all that. After that also, after graduating also with a postgraduate degree, after I come back from UK with a postgraduate degree, we faced a lot of problems. First, there was no recognition of our profession. There was no good recognition of our profession. Dentistry was treated very badly by the Ministry of Health at that time. Only the medical profession was recognized. We were not recognized. Our postgraduate degrees were not recognized by the Ministry of Health as specialties. Our fellowship in dental surgery that we obtained from UK was not recognized at that time. And we were not considered as specialists. I was not considered a specialist oral surgeon or anything when I came back. At the time that I assumed duties in the Kandy Hospital, it was not treated as a specialty. And when I went and asked the medical superintendent, how can I practice my specialty? He said, we have not been informed that a specialist in dental surgery has come here. We are not obliged to give you anything. That's what he said. So we had to fight hard. We took action against the Ministry of Health, trade union action, and won our rights. And they appointed several judges, 3 judges, to inquire into our grievances. And they said our postgraduate exams, our undergraduate exams are absolutely in par with those of medical qualifications. And that is how our profession was recognized at that time. And then our qualifications were recognized as specialist qualifications. And then we were given the consultant posts. After that only, we were treated as consultants. I was at Kandy Hospital at that time, and still I had to fight a battle to get some work done in the operation theatre. They wouldn't give time for me. I had to fight hard. I am telling this because it's always in life, it's a hard battle, hard work. I mean, all religious leaders have said this. Buddhism says that it is suffering, dukkha. Every religious leader has said that there are problems in life, and they have said how to overcome these problems. Excuse me. So we must not be disheartened. So we fought hard. Then we got some time in the Kandy Hospital operation theatre, and we did some good work. They could see what we could do. We showed them what we are capable of, why we are specialists. We showed them. And our dental profession, our dental surgeons in the Kandy Hospital, who were treated very badly by the Ministry of Health, who were treated like poor relations of the medical profession, were recognized. They also benefited by that. They were given better facilities. They were given marvelous rooms. And all what they asked for, units, dental units, chairs, and all that, they were given after that. So we stood with the heads erect and up after those battles. So you must not give up at any time. We can fight these viruses. And as I said, you have to develop your strengths and recognize your weaknesses and control the weaknesses and eliminate the weaknesses and develop your strengths during this time, during the time that you have, because you have more time in your hands now than when you are attending classes. So that is what happened at the Kandy Hospital when I was a consultant oral surgeon there. I did some good work there, and that is how we showed the Ministry of Health what we are capable of, what we can do. Then they recognized us. Even then, we were not given a ward facilities. Now, there is a separate ward for maxillofacial surgeons, separate ward. And we were not given a separate ward at that time. We were given beds. We were given beds for our patients in the ENT wards. And we were at the mercy of the ENT surgeons. They were doing us a favor, that kind of thing. Still, that battle continued. We didn't give up. We never gave up. We fought hard. We took all those insults calmly, quietly, and showed what we are capable of. Then they were impressed by the work. The anesthetist started talking about the work we are doing. They saw what is happening. Then I got the opportunity to join the dental faculty as the staff of the dental faculty, and there also we were treated not very well. Our own heads of departments and professors and so on who were there at that time didn't fight a battle on our behalf. We were alone. We were fighting alone. Still, we did not give up. We didn't have an operation theater facilities at that time. We were doing some little work in the Kandy Hospital. Kandy Hospital, we were treated very badly, and still we did some excellent work. Then we asked for, then the Peradeniya Hospital was built, and all the Peradeniya university consultants, surgeons and physicians shifted to this hospital. Then we asked for beds in that hospital, Peradeniya Hospital, because we are in the Peradeniya University, and this is a university hospital, and we are entitled to facilities in that hospital. But it was a great battle again, big battle. They were refusing to give us any facility. Finally, we had to speak to the ministers, prime ministers, and so on. And then only we can get, as if they are giving us doing us a favor when we are asking for facilities to teach our students, not for anything else. So finally we got that. And we still did some excellent work in the hospital. Then I started developing the oral surgery department. We didn't have staff at that time. I asked for more staff and got some excellent staff. People like Dr. Veerasinghe, who is now a professor in Papua New Guinea. He was the first person who joined the faculty the department. He did some very good work. After that came people like Professor Artigala, Dr. Vijayakon, Parakrama Vijayakon, and several others. Later additions are also as good as the earlier ones. The younger generation is excellent. They are doing some excellent work. So that is how we battled hard. And still, the battle is on. Always there were problems with student riots and the political rioting and the the place was closed. The dental school was closed, university was closed. And we again had a big problem. What are we going to do in this? Our students were at home doing nothing. We cannot even address them. Like this, we can't even address them. We were not allowed to. You can't talk to them. And if we do that kind of thing, we may get killed. So that kind of problems also we faced. And we didn't give up. Some people gave up. Maybe some people gave up and left the country, but we continued. We wanted to be with our mother country, motherland, and we wanted to serve the motherland. We did some good work. Then there was the proposal for this Japanese aid, grant aid. Japanese grant aid was being spoken about, and we applied for Japanese grant aid to build a hospital and a faculty of dental science. And by then we had got the faculty also. That was also a big battle. We were just one department in the medical faculty earlier. When I joined, we were just one department within the medical faculty, Department of Dental Surgery. Then we fought hard and got 5 departments. And after that, after we got the 5 departments, we asked for a separate faculty, and we got that also. So that gave us a lot of courage, faculty, and lot of other opportunities to develop it. There was funding and all that. So that was a good opportunity to develop our department also. So as I said earlier, I started recruiting because I was working alone in the department. There were no other consultants. I recruited many good oral surgeons, and they are working now today doing some excellent work. So that is how we manage this kind of crisis. So many crises we have to face in life. This is not, life is not, as I said earlier, bed of roses. The virus may be here for some time and may go away, but another crisis might happen in life. We have to develop our ability, our strengths to cope with these kind of crises, these kinds of problems that come in our life. In our personal life also, we may have problems in our personal life. So we have to face these problems all the time. So we have to, as I said earlier, strengthen our character, And how to strengthen our character, I told you earlier. It is by understanding what is life. It is by understanding what is life and developing the correct attitudes towards life. Correct attitudes of effort, how to make an effort, how to work hard, how to look at other people's problems, not to be you have to see other people's problems sympathetically. Don't make other people's misfortunes your fortune. You must help them also, everybody. That kind of attitude will strengthen your character. And reading literature, humanities, history, and such subjects poetry, music, listening to music, good music, looking at good artwork, humanities will help you to strengthen your character. And this is the time to do it. Now is the time to do it. You have a lot of time now in your hands. Don't think that it is a waste. Think about it as an opportunity to do these things that I have spoken about. Then the Japanese grant aid we applied for the Japanese grant aid. They came to look at our hospital, our work, our dental school, hello? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Right. So when the Japanese came to have a look at our faculty, faculties, at that time we had a faculty, and our work, I remember somebody who has experience in maxillofacial surgery, a consultant in maxillofacial surgery called Dr. Honda, came to have a look at the faculty, because there's in Japan, there is a lot of interest in maxillofacial surgery. So they sent a person, they sent a maxillofacial surgeon to look at our faculty. And I took him to our ward in the Peradeniya hospital. We had few beds in the Peradeniya hospital at that time, not very good facilities. And he had a look at the patients. We had, at that time, I remember we had some few cancer patients, few cleft lip and palate patients prepared. And he had a look at each and every patient very closely. Then while looking, he took his phone, took photographs, and then he called somebody in Japan. And in the way he spoke, I knew that he was very happy about the work we were doing. He was very much impressed by the work we were doing. He immediately gave a call to somebody in Japan, some person in authority in Japan who can decide things in that country. He gave a call and told him about, I couldn't understand Japanese, but he was using words like cleft lip and also words like some English words like excellent, good, but facilities may not be very good. Like that, he was talking in Japanese, but I could also understand what with facial expressions, what he was trying to say about our work. So that is how we got the, of course, he was impressed with the work that is being done in the faculty by other people also, other departments. We had several departments and they were doing excellent work. Oral pathology, oral medicine, then community dentistry. All these people were doing very well. And it was Professor Ekanak was the dean, and he was excellent in his dealings with the Japanese. He is the person who initiated the whole thing, and then he got the Japanese grant aid, and we got excellent facilities in the oral surgery department and all departments for the whole dental school. We have very good facilities, and you all are very fortunate to be studying in a very well equipped dental school, dental faculty, and very good staff. And the Japanese grant aid not only gave equipment and things, they trained our staff also. Several of our staff went to Japan and got training. And Department of Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery was very well developed at that stage. And it was completed by the Japanese aid grant, and we got all the equipment to do advanced surgery, all orthodontic surgery, cancer work, cleft lip, all that could be done because we had very good equipment through the Japanese grant aid. So our department was recognized as a center of excellence by the Japanese, and they recognized it as an international center for training in maxillofacial surgery. And we had few people trained in that unit. So that is how we developed our profession. That is how we developed ourselves. That is how we developed the faculty. That is how we developed our profession. That is how we developed ourselves during that time. Those periods where there was a break in work like this, it was an opportunity to improve all these things. We took it as an opportunity to improve everything, all our knowledge, all our skills, and develop new interest, new skills. We forced ourselves not to feel discouraged, not to feel frustrated. That is the most important thing. So that is what I ask you also, dental students, maybe in the final year. Don't think that this is a waste of time, because there's no time to waste in life. Every minute matters. Yeah, we have to live it. We cannot afford. We cannot afford to lose even 1 minute of our lives. Every minute matters. So just because a virus has come and invaded our lungs, are we going to just sit and wait? No. We have to, every minute of our lives have to be filled with some useful work. So take it into your minds that this is not a delay in completion of your degree, a delay in starting a career, delay in starting to earn money, delay in getting married and starting a family, delay in postgraduate studies. No, this is not a delay. This is another opportunity. So every minute, because you can't afford to lose time in this world, because we have a short life. There are so many things to be done in life. You can't neglect those things. Those are the interests. If you have too much of time for you to study, do other work, other things that I mentioned now. Don't think that this is a unnecessary delay in your life, because the whole world is affected. People are not staying at home and doing nothing. They are putting an effort. Everybody is doing that. So dental students also must do that. Otherwise, you will not be helping yourself. You will not be helping your family. You will not be helping your society. You will not be helping your country if you do not make an effort to do something useful every minute of the day, every minute of your life. Because time is very valuable for us. Time is not meant for be wasted. So if you consider this is a waste, then it is your fault. It is not anybody's fault. if I think that this is a waste of time, I'm just staying at home doing nothing. I can't go out, I can't go to my clinic, I can't go and meet my friends, then it is my fault. I'm wasting my time. Nobody else is wasting my time. I'm wasting my time. What I do now when I'm at home, as I said, I do a lot of reading. I do a lot of writing. I'm on 2 novels now. I'm writing 2 novels at the moment. Earlier I completed 2 novels and published them, and 2 short story collections, published them. Now I am writing 2 novels. One novel is, both novels are based in the university. One novel is about the love affairs and relationships of students in the university during the LTT war, how the war affected relationships between Sinhalese and Tamils, Sinhalese and Muslims, Muslims and Tamils, that kind of novel. It's a very complicated novel, and it extends from Peradeniya University to Jaffna, and it involves characters of both communities, Sinhalese and Tamil, and their love affairs, and hatred also. How they cope with this. That is the novel that I'm working on now. And another novel I have started, and that is slow in progress. Yeah, the first novel about the LTT war is almost now completed. I may have to write some few chapters, but the other novel is it's more philosophical. It is about what is good and what is bad. How do we recognize what is good? How do we recognize what is bad? How do we recognize a virus as bad? And virus is trying to live its own life. I mean, you can't say that it is doing something bad, because it also wants to live in this world. So how do you say that this is bad, this is good? Somebody is bad, somebody is good. How do we decide these matters? Now, if in that novel there are 2 brothers. One brother is a physician in a hospital, Kandy Hospital. Physician in the Kandy Hospital. His children are in the medical faculty, and his brother is a drunkard. He had been in the university, he is a graduate, but he drinks a lot, and he treats his children poorly. He doesn't spend money for their children, for their studies. He drinks. So who is good and who is bad? In this novel, it is being examined. It is being examined who is good and who is bad. So I am doing that writing during this period. Now I have more time to do writing these novels. I am up at 6 o'clock in the morning, and after breakfast I do some exercise, walking for about 45 minutes. Then I start work on the novels, work till about 1 o'clock. And then I have lunch, and after lunch I read a book while in bed, and I fall asleep, and I may sleep for about half an hour, get up, read some more, and then I start work on the novels again till late. In the evening I play some chess in the computer to keep my brain alert. That is a good work for the brain, good work, because you get the brain to work. And that is how I keep myself occupied during these times. And that is what you also must do. Keep your spirits, don't let them get ruined by this virus. Don't let them go down due to these viral activities. You must beat the virus not only by vaccinations and so on, but even mentally, and do what has to be done and fill up every minute of your life, of your time, with some useful work, not useless work, not harmful work, useful work. You must recognize what is good and what is bad, and do what is good always, and develop your character during this period. So thank you very much for listening, and that's all that I had to say. And I would like to thank Professor Javadana and Dean of the Faculty of Dental Sciences and Professor Artigala for giving me this opportunity and introducing me with kind words. And thank you all students. I love my students. I really miss them now. Because I'm retired, and every time I get the opportunity to come to the faculty, I come there and see the students, their beautiful faces, and they are all very, very beautiful, all the students. So they have always been very beautiful to me, and I miss them now. Even the few lectures I take with them now, I really enjoy. So that is because we have developed our mind to have that attitude, the positive attitude towards life. So you all also must do something similar. Everybody must make an effort to fill up your time with work, good, useful things you do every minute of the day, every day, 365 days of the year, and all your life. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. If you like, you can make a tap using the symbols in Zoom platform, right? So since we have no way to make it physically, but we can express our feelings, right? So thanks to this technology anyway. And I want to thank very much, sir, for sharing wonderful thoughts and very inspiring talk. And you taught us how to spend every minute of our life meaningfully. And not only that, how to use this time in a effective way, including earning money. So I am sure all of us, not the students, even staff members, we were highly inspired, sir, with your talk. And also I learned quite a lot about our profession, how we are today, I mean, how our profession is today, thanks to you also. And my hat off to you, sir, of course. Today only I heard that beautiful story. And now it's time to deliver the word of thanks. And I kindly invite Professor Chandra Herath to deliver the word of thanks. Over to you, Professor Chandra.
I think you can hear me, isn't it? Thank you very much, Professor Chanta Jayawardena. What a wonderful lecture it was. I think we have put our first step of long journey, changing of our lives. Initially, we thought we are organizing this for our students. But I think, dear sir, it was a wonderful lecture for us as well. It inspired a lot. If I just go through your very valuable speech with a lot of stuff, you said the life is not a bed of roses. Life is full of challenges. So without doing a lecture full of facts, I think you shared your life story, which inspiring us a lot. You said that you had not only the good things, you had to face bad incidents as well. So actually that harden you, you explain us how harden your life and how helped to overcome the difficulties you had. Also, you just explain how you utilize your bad time to improve your life, and also you said that how to utilize this relaxed time to improve your other skills. So you have to, you are not only going to be a dental surgeon. One day we have to learn how to live in the society. So actually, sir, as Professor Chanta, the way that she thought, and it was a very good thing, because shaping of life should start at the beginning. Then only here I used an icon, when then only we'll be able to shape in our life. Our students especially will be able to utilize the good ideas, excellent ideas you shared. So not only students, we can shape our life, the advices or the facts you shared with us. Thank you very much. And also you just explained how to strengthen our life, sharing your own life stories. So as I mentioned earlier, without giving a lecture, when you tell your story, through that we can learn a lot. Actually, we can shape our life. And as one of our very loving teacher, I think we have put our first step with an icon in dental field. I think that is a very important landmark in this lecture series. Thank you once again. I would like to pay our gratitude on behalf of the faculty. Thank you very much, sir. It's a great pleasure and privilege you to have in this forum. Then actually things will not happen without proper support from the administrative side. Dean Sir Dr. Jayasinghe helped us different ways to make this event a success. Thank you very much, our Dean Sir. And also Professor Manjula Artigala, thank you, sir, for taking this task and supporting us all the way. And Dr. Manori Jayasinghe, Dr. Madhavi Paranagama helped in numerous ways to fulfill this event. And also Mr. Dhammika Helagedara giving technical support and all the backups. Thank you very much, Mr. Dhammika. So at last, not least, without our students, we will have, because if there is no people to listen this event will not, wouldn't be a success. I can see many students have participating in this. Thank you very much, all the participants as well. At last, as Professor Chanta Javardhana said, there is one announcement. She is going to do a survey to plan the next, and she will share the link next week. And to arrange topics and the speakers, please support her giving your valuable ideas. Professor Chanta, would you like to add something?
Yes, thank you, Professor Chandra Hera, for your kind words. And I think the last bit of the announcement was not clear because of the technical problem. So what we want to do after this, maybe during next week, I will send you a survey link to get your feedback, how to conduct this program in future, and what are your suggestions for improvement, and so on. So please respond to us so that we can have a very good sessions in future too. And then we have come to the end of the session, but I want to take a group picture, right? Though we have get used to get group pictures in front of a camera, but the technology somehow allow us to do things in a different way, right? If we adapt properly, we can do things in a different way. Now we are going to take a group picture, and Mr. Dhammika is going to take it. But we want all of you to come on video for a short time, please. It's a very humble request. Everybody, please turn on your camera so that Mr. Dhammika can get the group picture. Please stay on camera a few minutes. Please let me know when it is done, Dhammika.
Do I also have to?
Yes, you must be there, sir.
Put on the camera now?
No, no, sir. You just stay as it is, sir. You don't have to do anything. This is perfect.
Right, okay.
Everybody, please. Anushka, Aroshi, Ayodhya, Bhagya, Banuka, Chalanga, Chamoda, Chamodi, Chamudita. Please, Senuri. We need you. Diniti, Fatima. Please, come on, dear. Hasangi, Iresha, Lakshmi, Manjula, I think a student maybe, Navisha, Nayoli, Netmani, Nishanti. Please come on, Nishanti. Come on, video. Senaviratna, Purni. Please, Rodrigo. Professor Samadara seems to be not in video. I appreciate if you can come on video. Dhammika, please let me know once it is done, once you take all the shots, right?
Madam, now the Samma camps are not still in now. Therefore, we have to put them in on state. Because
okay, so we will go with what is on camera right now, right? So their name will be appearing now, isn't it?
Because that picture frame is still updating.
It's not allowing you to get the picture.
Yes, madam.
What about if you go to the gallery view and then get a screenshot? I see.
Yes, madam. But okay, now it's okay. I'll take it. No, yes.
Yeah, in the gallery view, right. There are 5 pages actually you have to take.
Yes.
Good to see your faces like this.
Say cheese.
Yes, Roshan. Please let us know once it is done, Dhammika.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, madam, it's done.
Okay, okay, thank you so much. And in fact, I learned this technique from one of our students, right? How to get the group photo. Thank you, Divan. Okay, so thank you everyone again. And thank you very much, sir, spending your valuable time with us. And I wish you all the very best to complete your 2 novels and also write more and more for us. Thank you again, sir. And thank you, Chandra. Thank you, everyone. And thank you, my dear students. Stay safe. Have a wonderful week. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's nice to see you, sir.
Thank you very much, Chandra. Thank you for those words.
Thank you, sir.